Hello, my friends. Um, so I'm going to talk to you about something I learned about recently that really dramatically affected the way I'm going to do my van build. Um, I was scrolling. I'm a member of a number of Facebook groups that are to do with van building, and or campervans, etc. So I'm scrolling through, and I see a really nice one, interior that's made of cedar, and that's what I was going to do. And then there was a commenter that said that you need to be cautious with the cedar. I'm like, what? So then, turns out this guy wrote a research paper on the dangers of inhaling cedar dust, and not just the dust, but the oils in this. I can't pronounce it. Starts with a P. Some kind of acid that's in the cedar. So I looked into it, and what it really is mostly is people that cut down trees that are cedar or work in lumber mills that are cedar. They can develop this asthma. It's not guaranteed. It's like they say 2 to 24%. And if you have a precondition already to asthma, you're more likely to develop it and get it worse. And someone else said, "Whoa, wait a minute! All these saunas and things are made of cedar, and it's harmless, blah blah blah." And then the response was, "Yeah, but if you're living in a van full time, and you're enclosed in cedar, over time it could have an effect." And being the trying to be the health conscious person that I am, I thought, you know what? I'll do a little bit of cedar, but I'm not doing the entire van cedar. So the ceiling is going to be cedar. I've committed to that. I've done it about halfway. Spent the money, did the work. It was a big job. So that's going to remain as it is. But, I'm going to be cautious about the rest of it, and the rest of it won't be cedar. So I'm thinking, what to do. So I looked into these are the things I considered. I considered birch, because there's this place nearby called Windsor Plywood. They have pre-finished birch. It's already have the satin polyurethane on it, and it looks really nice. I thought, I could do that. But then everything's going to be birch, and it's kind of, I know I'm very picky, okay? You don't have any idea how picky I am. I am picky. And, a lot of people want their vans white, and that looks awesome, but then it's hard to keep clean. And I don't want to have to repaint my van every year. I've been in some white camper vans, and believe me, you can tell that they need a new paint job on the inside, and you really have to keep up with it. So I want something that's going to hide dirt a little bit at least. So I considered birch. I also really like walnut, and this place, Windsor Plywood, also sells walnut plywood. It's like a veneer of walnut. But then I think maybe that's too dark, because it's pretty dark. I like dark, but that's dark. And so I don't know. I'm undecided. So then I thought, well, wait a second. How much does this plywood weigh? And I looked into it, and a hardwood plywood is about 50 pounds for a 4x8 sheet. So that would be walnut and birch and stuff like that. If it's a lightwood plywood or a softer plywood, it would only be like 4 pounds lighter, which isn't that big of a deal, really. For the benefit that you get of hardwood, with it being more durable, I think it would be worth it. So then the other option is, I thought, well, what about lighter plywood? I thought, I could use 1/4-inch birch. Could do that, and that's definitely on the table. That's one of the top contenders. But then I'd still have to polyurethane it, and that's a lot of work. Because if you're gonna do it right, you should polyurethane it, sand it, and do like 3 coats. I'm being, I guess I'm getting a bit lazy. I'm like, I don't want to do all that. So, I don't know. Another option is use this stuff. What the heck is it called now? Satnam. It's a wipe-on stain, and you have a nice dark one. I'll show you a picture here. And I could put in pine and then stain the pine. So that is a top contender. Because it's light and it's relatively cheap and fairly durable. And in the long run, I thought, you know what? I can always just think about the walls really carefully, but for the cupboard doors and everything, I could always redo it later. So it's not the end of the world. Chances are, am I going to? Not really. So it's kind of a big decision what I'm gonna decide to do here. What I might also do is buy some of this stain, use a little piece of pine and put it on, see what it looks like. Apparently if you put the polyurethane on it, or a sealer on it, I don't know if that's the same thing. I think it is, I'm not sure. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Put the polyurethane on top because apparently it makes it go darker. So if you put stain on pine, and if you want a certain darkness and you got it just right, and then you put polyurethane on top, then it's going to go darker. Maybe it's not what you want. So that's where I'm at. So it's a pretty chilly day today. It's about 1 or 2 Celsius, and the wind makes it a little bit more uncomfortable. Still gonna have to do some stuff outside, but I'm at Lowe's right now, and almost all the stuff I get is from Home Depot. But I was near here, and I thought, oh, I'm in the area, I should see what they have since I have the day to work on the van. And lo and behold, they don't have the stuff that I want. The Cedar ceiling stuff isn't gonna match what I have already, so I gotta go back to Home Depot. Which means, in a way, it's a good thing because I can do more work on the inside of the van. So since it's a little chilly out, I'll spend the majority of my day inside, hopefully, and work on my sliding door, which is the last thing I need to insulate. Insulation is almost done. It's been a long road. And I'm trying to use as much of this Thinsulate up as possible. I still have a 2x4 sheet of polyiso I want to use up as well, and then I'm done with the insulating. Just finished putting the roof vent back on the old Express. Talking to you too, bro. Big job, all finished. Happy trails, Express. I'll never see you again. So, Timothy, what's up with the videos? You're not making very many. Come on, buddy. Get with it. What do you think this is, anyway? Alright, guys. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and be well, my friends.